Are you new in the market and have no idea what to charge for your services? Well, here are 5 pricing tips that you can use right this second. But let me warn you, it will take a little bit of sneaking around. Let's talk about it after the intro. Good day to you, and it's your boy Chris Culpepper of Culpepper Concepts, and we're a Trinbagonian multimedia studio with experience in photography, graphic designs, and photo fun booths. On this channel, we're going to give you our company's experiences, business advice, and opinions to assist you with your business. Let's get right into today's topic, as we're going to get a little bit sneaky. Today, we're going to talk about, who is this calling me? Guys, sorry about this. Hold on 2 seconds. Hello, good day.
Hi, Culpepper Concepts. I'm interested in a photo shoot with my family.
Oh, sure, no problem. I usually charge...
Because I call a few photographers well, and I get in some really outrageous and exorbitant prices.
Outrageous is what you're saying, though.
Yeah, I get in some people saying $50 and even as crazy as $75. And I call a few photographers well too, eh?
Okay, no problem. Here what? Let me draft up a quote for you and return to you at soonest. So today, we're talking pricing your services, and stay tuned to the end of the video as we have 2 additional bonus tips for you. So you think you could start being paid for your services and all the skills that you've learned. You've already passed the stages, the very important stages of finding out what you want to do, invested in some equipment, or materials, or stuff that you needed to begin. And after you've done all of your intense classes and practiced your craft, I repeat, practiced your craft, done tutorials and all that good great stuff, what do you charge? Well, that figure doesn't come out of thin air. So in this video, we specifically look at the competition-based pricing strategy, which in my opinion works perfectly for services-oriented jobs like photography, graphic design, makeup artists, videographers, event hosts, DJs, services like that. And of course, there are many different types of pricing strategies that you could use for your business. So just check out the link in the description below and peruse at your leisure. As for competitive-based pricing strategy, we're going to look at your competitors and what they charge. This strategy gives you a good understanding of what this type of business can really pay you. It allows you to see where you could start at and where you could project yourself to. Side note, it's very important to know that the quotes that you're going to receive from the very expensive service providers in your field may get you thinking that, hey, I did my courses and I'm ready to charge those big prices too. But it may come with a little bit more work and experience that is involved. For instance, some marketing, definitely the quality of your work, your brand, your product, the networking that you're in, referrals, and a lot more other stuff. In a nutshell, you're going to need to know what other people are charging for this type of pricing strategy, what the cheapest person is charging, the middle ground person is charging, and what the highest, biggest, baddest person is charging in your field. So how do you get the costing from other service providers? Here are a few ways you could do so. 1. Social media. Slide in their DMs and ask them for a quote. How much does this cost? Some service providers may charge based on an occasion or scenario, so it might be needed that you have something just in case to answer those questions. 2. Email. Gather up a list of emails from websites, referrals, social media, directory, newspaper ads, anywhere, and request a quote. And if you have a unique name like mine, you might need to create a fake account. And yes, I said it. Fake account, because for some reason sharing prices with your competitors is not willingly given. I really don't know why. 3. Acting call. This one can actually be a lot of fun, getting those numbers and just calling them right up. If you're going to pretend to be someone else, it may be wise to plan your name and what you're going to be calling them for. Have the scenario prepared, the date, the time, location, etc. 4. Someone else call. Maybe the acting call is not your thing. Those nerves might get in the way, so you might want someone else to call for you and get that quote. I'll advise that you give them a script of what you want to find out. But this option might see some difficulties if you ask the wrong person. For instance, if the person is not asking the right things, or their nerves are just as bad as yours, and not to mention, you're kind of relying on them, so it's really whenever they have time to make the calls for you. Much more thought has to go into this option. 5. Friends in the business. When I started, I didn't have many friends in the business. And in Trini, even if you have friends in the business, when you ask them, it's like you ask them to donate an organ or something. Real hush-hush with their pricing info. Why though? But for those of you who do have friends in the business who are willing to share, this would be a great place for you to gather some insight. Question time. With all this sneaking around, do you think having an association or a body of some sort to set these terms and quotes and figures up front will benefit you? Do you think you want to be part of something like that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Well guys, we'd like to thank you for watching, and as promised, here are your bonus tip number 1. Okay, so now you've gathered all of these rough prices. What is also very important to know is why they are charging these prices. The answer to this will usually come with a little bit more investigation and gathering of some more facts, which will lead to basically it's an assumption of their why. Unless you actually know them directly and you can ask them, then we'll have to stick with an assumption, unfortunately. Here are some things that you might come up with. Some service providers can charge a little bit lower than others, maybe because they want lots of traffic and business coming their way, or they don't have additional staff that come along to the shoot or the event, or maybe they don't have overheads to pay, so they could charge a little bit lower and still be profitable. But maybe their clients may have to wait a little bit longer for their services to be delivered because maybe it's a one-man show. Maybe, whilst other service providers may charge a little bit higher. Maybe that's their way of managing the amount of work coming in so that they could fine-tune their job to perfection and only deliver what they will term an A-class job. Or maybe they have many years of experience in the business and can offer you a wealth of experience and expertise and maybe other services. These are all fictitious scenarios, but understanding why allows you to know how you would like to price your work and worth based on your operating costs and provide your clients with a fair price. So it's definitely something worth thinking about. Bonus tip number 2. Remember that call that I got earlier in the video? Well, the prices I had set for my services were old and never changed since I first started, and I clearly need to action some of my own tips after this video. So take note, you need to keep abreast of what your competitors are charging whilst you're in the business. How about every 2 years you check in on them and see what they're charging, and repeat the 5 different ways of the competition-based pricing strategy. There you have it, 5 ways to gather prices from your competitors with 2 bonus tips. So hit that subscription if you haven't done so already, and bless us with a like. Thank you for being here with me, and see you in the next video. Peace!